with you is now convicted of killing her, and you move in how long after her death?
It was a couple of weeks.
And when you moved in, there was a deception to the family members, right? Because he said you were the nanny?
Yes.
But in fact, you were his lover?
I had been, yes.
Okay. So you understand.
I understand.
Those things those are just the facts. And one could then conclude that you were an incentive to this, and I think it is a huge leap to say, therefore, you were involved in her death and you helped plan it or you did anything. I don't mean to imply that at all. That would be a huge leap, but you do have to understand.
I understand.
If his mind was demented enough that he needed her out of the way to have full time with you, that then you were an incentive to him in his world. It could have been the case.
Yes.
Let me fast forward to the day that you found out that his wife was dead. How did you find that out?
He sent me a text, and I was in the car with a friend of mine up in Salt Lake, and it was a very vague text, and I didn't know what he meant, and I was being flippant, and I made a joke after.
And the text was basically, I've lost her.
Something like that.
And you joked back, would she walk away or walk off? Or
it was something, yeah, something to that effect.
You didn't know when he said lost.
I had no idea. No idea. I was shocked.
And what did he say in the next text?
He clarified the first text that she had actually, in fact, passed away. And my response was, I am so sorry. I'm horrified. If there's anything I can help you with, please let me know.
Hindsight's 20/20. Did he ever, in retrospect, did he ever give you any warning signs that he wanted to get rid of his wife, Michelle?
No. No, there was nothing like that.
Even in retrospect?
Even in retrospect. That's why it's been so hard in the last week to hear the verdict and to have been, to have known him then and to have seen how things progressed. It has been very hard to see that because I never imagined at all, not in my wildest dreams.
As you sit here today, do you believe he is guilty or do you believe he's innocent?
Michelle McNeil was found dead in her bathtub in April 2007. Prosecutors say her husband, Martin, gave her a dangerous combination of drugs after undergoing plastic surgery.
They say that McNeil's long-term affair with Gypsy Willis was the former doctor's motive for allegedly killing his wife.
It was a circumstantial case, but in the end, prosecutors convinced the jury that McNeil did it.
Mr. McNeil, if you will stand, please.
Tension filled the courtroom as the court clerk read the verdict.
The jury, having reviewed the evidence and testimony in the case, find the defendant as to count 1, murder, guilty.
I can't believe this has finally happened. We're so grateful.
As you sit here today, do you believe he is guilty or do you believe he's innocent?
The jury came back and they said that he's guilty. And I have to respect the jury. I believe that they made a decision based on emotion. I believe he did not kill Michelle.
You think that it was an accidental death?
I do. I think it was a natural death.
Okay. All right. Now let me back up a little bit. How did you meet him?
I met him online in 2005.
And so then you met in the real world?
Yes.
And you hit it off?
Yes.
Did he tell you then that he was married, or did he let you think he was single?
It was a little while after I'd actually met him, I believe.
That he confessed to you that had you been intimate with him at that point?
No.
So when you started having an affair with him, when you started having intimate relations with him, you knew he was married?
Yes.
And did that bother you at all, that I'm sleeping with someone else's husband? I'm an interloper here?
My mindset back then, and I realize it is not the best. I had been married once. I looked around me and I did not see marriage working out for too many people. And so my attitude towards that was, if someone else is married, that is their responsibility, that is their life, it is completely separate from me.